been a real honor to be part of this, and for all of you, welcome to the club. Congratulations.
Since 2010, Bishop Montgomery High School Athletic Hall of Fame has been recognizing and honoring athletes, coaches, teams, and individuals for their significant achievements.
We are happy to induct 6 members of our community, all alumni, and it's just a really special night to have these folks back and a lot of their classmates come back, and it's just a really good community event to have our alumni and some of their teachers and coaches come back, so it's a really fun event. We try to keep the class pretty small. We want to make this special. It's a special thing to be in the Hall of Fame. They competed for our school, and they put themselves out there when they were high schoolers, and that's not always easy to do. And you have success, but you also have failure, and it's just another way for us to honor their success that they had, representing the school the way they did. Part of what gets you in the Hall of Fame is not just your accolades, but how you carried yourself and the things that you've done in your life since. Being a good person has something to do with it too. So it's important to honor them for what they did at the school, but also the community members that they are for us.
All inductees demonstrate a high standard of ethics, morals, and have one thing in common: sports. Now let's see what sets them apart with their own unique and inspiring stories. Class of '68, Larry Wiggins is responsible for putting the boys basketball program on the map. Leading scorer for the Knights team with back-to-back league games, winning the first ever 1967-1968 California Interscholastic Federation title.
I never really thought it would happen. I think back about it, I go, how did we pull that off? There's no way I'm up here without those other guys. It was a real team effort. We lost only 1 or 2 tournament games, but it humbled us all. And from there, we had confidence. I think we won 11 straight and never lost after that. So it really was big. And so when I think of all this, it brings back memories. But honestly, that's still very stunning. A lot of heart and drive and encouragement to work hard.
Joe Girard was student body president and the valedictorian for the class of 1972. He won the CIF individual golf title as a walk-on the year before he graduated.
51 years ago was the last time I was in this gymnasium, and it's kind of fun to be here with my classmates and my contemporary friends. They pulled me out of obscurity, and it's just fun and a privilege to be here. It's kind of a special homecoming night for me. The truth of the matter is we didn't have a golf team in 1971. I had to petition CIF to play in it. So I was fortunate enough to win that tournament, and the following year we formed a golf team, and Bishop Montgomery has had one since and has won several league championships and done really well. I like to think that I was a part of that.
Chris Smith was one of only 2 Bishop graduates to ever play Major League Baseball. He was an all-CIF selection and won the CIF title before graduating in 1975. He flew from Japan just to be here.
I'm honored, yet very, very humbled that I'm standing here talking to you about being inducted into the Hall of Fame. It's a great honor, great privilege. I'll tell you a quick story. I played baseball here. We got a full ride at USC. Rod Data was a huge mentor for me. We won the national title in 1978. I went pro, signed with the Texas Rangers, was traded with Montreal Expos, went to the San Francisco Giants, was traded. I hit 345, 350 every year in AAA. Frank Robinson, who is in the Hall of Fame today, he's the only MVP of both leagues, American League and National League. He was my manager. And he told me, he said, you're going to start in left field. That's why we traded you from Montreal. I got 6 at-bats in spring training. He said, sorry, we're going to have to send you back down. I said, wait a second, I just hit 345 last year. Why do I need to prove myself again? I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hit 350. I'm going to hit 20 home runs, and I'm going to drive in 100 runs. He said, son, don't tell me, show me. I ended up winning the batting title that year, hit 378, 21 home runs, and 103 RBIs. That tells me that, you know what, as long as you have the Lord, there's nothing you can't do.
Triple threat Steve Bateman, class of '79, was a three-sports standout. He played baseball and was captain of both the basketball and football teams.
I was pretty headstrong back then, so it was fairly easy because my parents never expected me home until late at night anyway, so we just went from one to the other, so it was great. It was awesome. I don't know what I would have done with my time otherwise, so ended up being good. Bishop's always been a really special place to us. I met my wife here at the Welcome Freshman Dance. We've been married for almost 40 years. It's a really cool place, and I have so many friends still that went to high school with, and my brothers and sisters all went here. This basketball gym was one of the loudest places in Torrance 40 years ago, so it was always a really fun place. It was a circus. People would dress up. It was like Halloween every Friday, so it was really special.
Eileen Dempster Howard, class of 1981, played soccer and volleyball. She was the first girls volleyball player in school history to be named All-CIF and the first in the program history to be named All-American, which led her to go pro playing for the USA national team.
It is surreal to be here. I don't think I've been back here since I graduated 42 years ago, and it's an incredible honor. I don't even know who nominated me, so that was like, someone took the time to do that. It brings tears to my eyes that someone thought that I was worthy, so it's really special. Until I got to Bishop and people said, hey, you're good enough to play in college. I went to college and then I played on the national team for a while. They started a professional league, six teams all throughout the country. I'm speaking today about the power of Title IX, and because of that, I was able to go to college, get a scholarship, get an education, and it was something I didn't even know existed. So never give up, and you just never know what door will open.
Jamie Kamiya Hagsma was also a two-sport athlete. She played soccer and softball for Bishop and graduated in the year 2000. She says she never imagined she'd return 7 years later as an athletic trainer.
I was not a star athlete when I came here. I was actually a student here for my 4 years of high school, left to go pursue athletic training and came back and never thought I would work with high schoolers in my life, and I can't imagine not have working with high schoolers. And if there's anything life will teach you, you must work with high schoolers because they will teach you all you need to know along the way. It's very overwhelming because I don't know, I don't feel like I'm totally deserving of it. It's a huge honor, and I just don't have words for it because every time I think about it, it weirds me out. For the hard work, I guess, that I put in to my job here and to the athletes specifically, and I gave them my all, and I'm being recognized for it.
The Hall of Famers also received special recognition during halftime at the Bishop versus Cantwell Sacred Heart of Mary High School football game, making it a night to remember. I'm Cindy Kennedy with Torrance City Cable.